Hi everyone, Mark Harris from the Adventure Enablers here. This is the pre-race brief for the Conway Robinson Adventure Weekend, starting tomorrow. So this weekend, Saturday, tomorrow, we have a 5K, 10K race and also a mountain bike race. On Sunday, we have a tenderfoot adventure race. These are all located at Conway Robinson State Forest. I want to thank all our volunteers who are coming out and staff. And also thank our sponsors. We have the running store is going to be providing gift cards to our top overall male and female 5K, 10K winners. Good to Go bars goes to our top winners in each division. We've got some USWE packs to give out. Mountain Khaki is always on board as one of our sponsors and provides a lot of our clothing. And then we also want to thank VeloFix, who will be on site doing bike maintenance for anyone who's there on Saturday. So the big question that everyone has on their minds right now is what's going to happen with the weather. We have been following it and it is changing constantly. Depends which app, websites, whoever we follow, it's a little bit different and it has been changing. So we're following this pretty closely. Right now we want to say no matter what, the trail run is going to be going off tomorrow morning, and also the adventure race is going to be going off on Sunday, rain, shine, snow or sleet. The mountain bike race, we are going to make the final call on that tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. The trails out at Conway right now are actually in awesome shape. They can probably take a little bit of moisture. Some of the forecasts we're seeing is just light showers, which we can deal with. Others are calling for some heavy rain, which we may have to adjust some stuff. So we will let you know what's happening with the mountain bike race at 7 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Only if we're not racing.
Only if, thank you, Margaret. If we're not racing, you'll hear from us. If the race is on, expect to show up and be ready to race on your mountain bikes at 11. No matter what, show up to do the trail run at 9. So no matter what, also it's going to be pretty chilly. Tomorrow temps are around 44. It really doesn't warm up a whole lot on Sunday. A little bit it does. Once again, forecast is all over the place. Check the weather before you leave the house. Dress appropriate. Always recommend layers. Always recommend bringing a waterproof. And we'll talk about some of the parking and staging as well, and where you want to leave some of your gear. So schedule tomorrow morning. Packet pickup opens tomorrow morning being Saturday. Packet pickup opens at 7 a.m. Show up at Conway Robinson State Forest for that. In the past, we have done packet pickup over at our annex parking lot. This race, everything will be hosted directly out of Conway Robinson. Trail run starts at 9 a.m. Both 5K and 10K. Be prepared, lined up, ready to go. We also recommend showing up about 30 to 40 minutes before your start time so you can pick up your packet, park, walk over to the race site. 11 a.m. is the start of our mountain bike races, and that's both for the 1.5, 2, and 2.5 hour races. Sunday, packet pickup for the adventure race. That starts for you guys at 8 a.m. through 9:30. We'll do a pre-race brief there at 9:30, and then we'll be kicking off our tenderfoot race at 10 a.m. Family races will finish by 1. Adventure class will finish by 2. 7:30. So correcting, 7:30 for packet pickup on Saturday. All locations based out of Conway Robinson State Forest at the pavilion. Parking is tight there. We ask you to go and park over at Heathcote Court. The address is in the email that you'll be getting. It's a very short walk, about 7 to 10 minutes up a power line. If you park over there, or when you park over there, we'll have directions pointing you up to packet pickup. Just follow them and you'll find us. Runners, so when you arrive, you will get your bib number, safety pins. You'll pick up your hat for your swag, and if you have a t-shirt, you'll have that too. 5K races, you are going to be doing 1 lap out on the course. We'll just pull up the course right now, and so you guys can take a quick look at that. The 5K and 10K follow pretty much the blue loop around Conway Robinson. And 10K you'll be doing 2 laps, and you'll lap through by the pavilion. So that's a pretty straightforward course. All our courses are marked with blue arrows. Super easy to follow. We will have an aid station around 1.5 miles. Once you get your bibs, please make sure you wear your bib somewhere on your front, like here, or on your leg. we do have our timing chips are on the back of our bibs, so we need to be able to read them. So if you're wearing it kind of up here on your head, we won't see them. And also we like seeing your number. That helps us tag you in pictures. So pretty easy setup for our runners. Mountain bike racing, you will get a bib also. Our course is currently looks like this. It may get a little bit modified depending on the weather conditions. We may block out the start of the blue route, and we may lose a little bit of the loop that goes back through some of the forestry. Either way, it'll be marked really clearly. Beginners will be doing a slightly less technical route, and we'll have really clear signage about which way you should go if you're a beginner. Sport and expert, you will be doing the back orange loop, which is a little bit more technical. Each lap is around 4.2 miles, and hopefully we'll keep it that way and we won't have to adjust it because of the weather. Beginners, you have an hour and a half to do as many laps as you can in that time. Sport, you have 2 hours. Experts, you have 2.5 hours to knock out all those laps. You'll be lapping through the lap point by the pavilion. So that's all pretty straightforward. Your bib number will go on your handlebars of your bike. Okay, so that's pretty much it for our races for Saturday. Fingers crossed, everyone. The weather holds for us, and we can do everything that we need to do. Okay, on to Sunday, and that is our adventure race. So I like to give a little kind of pre-race brief about what's going to happen with our adventure race, kind of go over the rules and those types of things. So if you were just doing the mountain bike and the trail run, feel free to log off. Adventure races for the tenderfoot on Sunday, keep listening. So once again, everything for Sunday will be based out of the pavilion at Conway Robinson State Forest. You can show up there. As far as our numbers for Sunday, you will be able to park up the forest. We will not need the overflow parking at over at Heathcote Court. So Sunday races, show up at Conway Robinson. We should be able to accommodate you. Once you arrive, you'll need your bikes staged in our transition area, and we'll show you how to do that. Come pick up your packets. Once again, you will get a race number for every team member. Go ahead and put that on your body or your hydration pack, not on your bike. That'll stay with you. You'll also get an e-punch in your packet, and you'll also get our rules of travel and the first map that we'll need for the race, and we're going to go over that in 1 second. So, goal of the race, as many points as you can get in the shortest amount of time determines the winner. In this particular race, all the points on the course are optional, and you can get them in any order depending on which leg you're on. The race is actually broken up into 2 legs, a first initial biking leg and a second trekking leg. So you can only get points that are on your biking map first leg, only get the points for your trekking leg on the second leg. If you pick up points out of order for the leg, then we'll give you a penalty point for every point you pick up. How do we know where you've been and what you've been doing on the course? Lots of you guys who've been out and raced with us before, you know the drill. For those who are new, this is kind of what you're looking for out in the course. This is our O flag. You'll be looking for one of these at every single one of your checkpoint locations. At each of the flags, there is also a digital punch. When you get to the location, you will take your punch card, which looks like this, and you will hold it up against the little white circle. It'll make some beeping noises that lets you know when and where you've been. When you come back through our main transition area, we download that information and we can figure out who wins. So that's basically how it works, pretty simple. So the rules of travel for Sunday, we'll pull them up and we can go over them right now. So you will be getting a link to these rules of travel and the first map. So leg 1, when we say go, you will be all on bikes and you will ride to as many points as you can on leg 1. There's 8 points in that first leg. You must stay on trails. You cannot bushwhack with your bikes. Everyone must stay within, all people on the same team must stay within 100 feet of each other. So that's leg 1. You'll complete leg 1, come back to the main transition area. We'll give you your second map, which you won't have until that point. And at that point, you will go and get the rest of the points on foot. At any time, you can come and complete the challenge. The challenge will be located in the pavilion area. So that is the rules of travel. You've received an email on those, so you can take a look at them. We'll also provide you these when you show up in your race packet. Make sure you run through the general rules. There's lots of important information there on how we adjudicate stuff and what you should be doing. This is the first map for the biking leg. So you can see the start and finish areas located by a pavilion. All the points for the biking are located on trails, mainly trail intersections, nice and easy to find. So this is the first leg you will complete. And then once again, you will not see where the trekking points are until you come back off that biking leg and start that next section. So that's pretty much our adventure race and how that's rolling. For that, make sure you bring some running shoes. Everyone's gonna need a bike helmet for your bikes. You're going to be able to transition. If you change shoes during the transition area, you can go back to your car, but we highly recommend that you stage that stuff so it's pretty quick to transition. Bring a pack for some water. We'll have water at the main TA you can refill your water bladders with, or water bottles. Make sure you bring some snacks. Everyone should bring a cell phone. There's great cell phone coverage out in the park that you can call us if you need help. And of course, bring a bike, great attitude, warm clothes, and a willingness to get enabled in some adventure. So couple of extra rules or things that are just for this race. You must follow all the rules of travel. We'll penalize if you don't in one way or another. All the points in this particular race are optional, and as I mentioned before, everyone must stay within 100 feet each other on that team. I think everyone, for this particular race, your goal should be to clear the course. I think Conway is a small enough area and the points are easy enough to collect that I think most teams should be able to clear the course. So we'll see a maximum amount of points, and really it's going to be who can do this the fastest. So that's what we're looking for. Safety for everyone. Just look out for each other, your eyes and ears. For us on the ground, looking out for everyone. Major medical emergencies, always dial 911 and then get in touch with us afterwards. So that's it. We'll have the pre-race brief for the adventure race starting at 9:30. Kick you guys off at 10. Family class teams, you'll have 3 hours, which is going to be plenty. And adventure class, you're going to have 4 hours to clear this course, which is also going to be tons of time to get out there and probably get every single point on the course. So with that, thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. Everyone, keep wishing the weather away. It's got better and better and better. Every hour we keep checking it, and it kind of improves. So let's just keep hoping that's the way it goes. So looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow morning.